But anyway, so then I took my sister to court. Well, I didn't take her to court. I took her to the courthouse, and her daughter and me were in the courtroom when she got her sentencing, and we waved to her goodbye. And then I would, like, every weekend, I would take her kid down. Her kid and me would go down to the court or to the jail and do visitation on the days where her last initial had visiting days. I think that's how it went. So whatever your last name is, like, you know, A, B, C, D through D through F, whatever, you know, stuff like that, where they chop up the alphabet into letters in certain days. Those people in that category get to have visitation. So anyway, on the days where her last name, you know, came up, I would take her daughter and we'd go down and, you know, visit. And I thought I was doing a good job, being a good sister, all this stuff to my sister. And, you know, apparently I wasn't. You know, these are all things that I did for her. And it's like she doesn't care, or she has forgotten that I did those things for her. But I watched her kid for like 9 months. And then she moved back with us at our house, and then she was getting into a lot of, she was doing a lot of drugs and all this stuff, and I kept trying to get her to find jobs, and she's doing more and more drugs. She got into doing, a lot of, you know, bad drugs and stuff, and my husband didn't know at that point, but, you know, it just... and I kept trying to get her to find a job. So when we eventually found her a job, and then she, you know, I wanted to go up to the cities for a date, because I like Tom Petty, and there's a cover band that plays here in Minnesota. I don't know if they're actually a Minnesota band, or, you know, from Minnesota or not. But anyway, their band name is called Free Falling. And anyway, I had seen them once, or somebody, when I used to go out to the bar a lot, somebody at one point had told me, you should watch this, you know, go see that band when they play in town. And I had looked up their schedule when they would be playing and where they'd be playing, and they were playing up in the cities at some bar in some small, I don't remember what town up in the cities. And anyway, so as you know, because my sister had finally found a job, and, you know, we had taken her up there as, yay, you know, we're celebrating. So we went up there, and I had found a babysitter for my kids and her kid, but she didn't want my babysitter. Not sure why, but she let the father of the kid watch, because I guess he moved back up at some point as well. I gotta sit in a different position. Anyway, so the father had moved up at some point. I can't remember when, and it's kind of irrelevant to the story, but I just, you know, she got real drunk, my sister, and she kept calling this guy, and she had found out that he had been doing drugs. What a shocker. Anyway, so she got she's kind of like a mean drunk. She's kind of like the drunk you don't want to be around when they get real drunk. She's not friendly at all when it comes to being to drinking at all. It just not fun. You know, there's fun drunks, then there's mean drunks, and she was a mean drunk. It was not fun. But anyway, so we ended up getting kicked out of the bar because my sister had started a fight with me. She started yelling at me and stuff. And I told her to go go outside and, have a smoke or something. And then the next thing I know, the bouncers are like, you guys should just leave. And then I was like, fuck. I was so pissed. It just was so annoying. And